Hello dear readers, my name is Elizabeth Ewan and welcome to my cozy corner of the internet. As always, my focus is on writing worlds, dreaming big and making every day magical. Today, I am going to be going through chapter 31 of my work in progress Project Ember. So if all things cozy writing sessions is something that you're interested in, then just keep watching. So I'm now at the point in my novel where so much has happened up until this point, and it's really important for me to have my female lead kind of take a second to sit with her feelings and her trauma, because there is trauma, and just digest what has happened to her and have a nice little girls chat with some tea, some floor cushions, maybe like a cozy blanket, and just kind of figure out what's happened to her, what's going on, how she's feeling, and really dive into those emotions, because there's a lot happening with the female lead here. She's got a lot of resentment, anger, bitterness, but also sorrow and hurt and vulnerability there that I feel like previous chapters have kind of touched on here and there, but not really, because there's just been so much action and so much movement in my book. Because in romantasy, right, you have the starting point, the beginning, where they start off at their home, typically their home, like their starting point of this is mundane every life, and then bam, an inciting incident happens, and then they're whisked off into some fantasy land or something along those lines, where it's like they are no longer in their norm, and a lot happens during that time. And so it's just important for my female lead to kind of take a step back and have a moment of pause in this chapter to really understand what has happened, really dig deep and think through where she wants to go from here as well, because there has been a lot of information given to her over the past couple of chapters that she really needs to just sit with and just talk with a girlfriend over. So that's what this chapter is going to be all about. It's like all of the cozy vibes, again, like floor cushions, like blankets, pillows, like just cozy vibes in this chapter, just to give my female lead and the reader, by the way, like I want whoever's reading this future novel to like feel the cozy vibes and just really feel like this chapter is like a warm, safe, cozy hug. Yes. So that's the vibe that I'm going for, and I'm hoping to accomplish it in this writing session. So I'm gonna get to writing.
Even
Okay, I have just finished chapter 31 and I feel like I accomplished the whole like warm, cozy vibe that I was going for. Again, like floor cushions, like pillows, blankets, like tea, just so much coziness happening. And I feel like because it was such a safe environment for my female lead, I feel like I managed to open her up in a way that she wasn't opening up to me as a writer, for one, and two, to potential readers who will eventually be reading this, as well as the person that she was talking to. This person has a bigger role to play later on, and she has secrets of her own. She has issues of her own. And there's a lot that she needs to unpack as well, but in a different way. In the sense of her trauma hasn't necessarily happened yet, but she knows it's coming. And she's not opening up to the female lead quite yet, but I feel like with this session between the two of them, this like little girl chat, like they kind of reached a point of establishing, hey, we are friends, and if you need to come to me with anything, you can come to me. And I feel like that's so important, especially when you're dealing with characters, when you're reading or writing a book. It's so important to breathe life into these characters, and not just your main characters, but your secondary and supportive characters as well. And having these heart-to-heart chats throughout your books not only allows for your leads to open themselves up, but also allows for the characters around them to open up as well, or at least have the potential to open up. And I feel like that's very important, because so often I feel like sometimes we as people, we go through hard times, and sometimes we don't feel comfortable opening up or talking through them with other people. And sometimes it's just important to have a warm and welcoming, safe place to come and just not necessarily like trauma dump, right? But like talk through and really gain some insight into how you can properly heal through hard times. And just even if you're not able to actively heal, right? Maybe just knowing that someone is there for you is so important. And that's what I wanted for my female lead. That is what I wanted. And I feel like I accomplished that, because this character that is in chapter 31 has been there for her essentially from the beginning of this book. And she's very much so she's very like free spirit, like goes with the flow, like, but also she knows when to kind of push the brakes a little bit and just be like, okay, I see you. I know you need some quiet time, and just to connect with someone and help process through your emotions. Because I feel like we all definitely need that, is like once a week or like once a month, at the very least once a month, just sit down with your girlfriend and just chat and just have a cozy cup of tea, grab a blanket. I mean, if you want to put on a good movie in the background, go for it. But it's one of those things where it's like, that's what I wanted. I wanted that for my female lead in this point in time. And it felt really right to write that at this point in time, because again, we are 31 chapters in and so much has happened at this point. So it was really important for me to just kind of let my female lead take a breather, and let the reader as well take a breather, and just kind of dive into checking into how the female lead is feeling, as well as establishing that connection with that other female character that I really wanted. So, there's something else I wanted to talk to you guys about. So this is something that I feel like is so common in writers, where you get to a certain point in your story and you're just like looking at your work and you're like, I don't know if anyone's gonna like this. I don't even know why I'm writing this. And it's like, whenever you get to that point, you kind of realize you're like, okay, well, why not me? Like, why not this story? Like, I felt like, and I still feel like this is a good enough story that I think people are going to enjoy once it's fully published. I think it's good enough that a literary agent will want to pick it up. Obviously, once the first draft is fully finished, once everything's edited, then I will get it out to a literary agent. But it is one of those things where it's like when you start talking negatively, either internally or externally or whatever about your dreams, it's like, no, like, have faith in yourself, have faith in your dreams, just keep going. And sometimes there's a point where it's like, yes, you do have to evaluate of, is this self-criticism valid? Like, is it coming from a valid place, or is it coming from a place of insecurity? And that is something that you kind of need to sit with and you need to figure out for yourself. But I know that whenever I start feeling like that, I know it's coming from a place of self-doubt. And that's not the place that I want my self-talk, my inner thoughts to be coming from. I always want my self-talk, my thoughts to be very positive, to be upbeat and uplifting, not only for myself, but for other people as well. And that's something that I was struggling with this past week, of like looking at my story and thinking, oh man, like, who's going to care? Who's going to read this story? And it's like, I don't know, but I am pretty sure that my story needs to be told, because it wouldn't have come to me in my mind if it didn't need to be told. So I'm going to write this out in full, and I'm going to finish the darn thing, and it's going to be told, and it's going to be told by me, and it's going to be wonderful. And having that self-doubt is not helpful at all in terms of getting to where I want to be, and in terms of getting to be where I need to be with what I want in life, where I want my writing career to go. So if you guys are struggling with self-doubt, I think it's really important to just know that you're not alone, and know that the dreams that you have are so worth the wait. They are so worth the day-to-day efforts that you put in. I know that sometimes it feels like other people aren't seeing it. Maybe you feel like it's useless. It's not. It's really not. That daily discipline of, in my case, writing daily, or getting in your workout, or let's say that you have a creative business of some kind, like whether that's sewing, knitting, whatever. Let's say you're showing up to your corporate career. What you are doing is important, and you are important, and your dreams are important. So always remember that. So I'm going to get off my little soapbox here, but I just wanted to remind you guys, because I was feeling a little bit of self-doubt this past week. So if you're feeling that, again, you're not alone, and you are worth it. You are so worth chasing after your dreams. So let's get after it, and I'm gonna go ahead and sign off here. So thank you guys so very much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. I hope that you have a wonderful, magical day. Some days just fade and we let them go.